Oh, good morning. Just thought I'd do a bit of a broadcast before they shut off all our social media. Well, supposedly shutting access off to our social media. We'll wait and see what happens. But anyway, I thought I'd share a few things just in case people do find themselves getting shut off from social media and don't want to be providing all of their biometric data to any kind of government database for a digital ID, which is being imposed on people around the world. Not just in Australia and the UK and Canada and New Zealand and so forth, other countries of Europe, etc. But fortunately here in Ubuntu, if you want to join us in Ubuntu, we don't need digital IDs to get by and to get onto social media. But anyway, I did think of a couple of ideas which I thought might be helpful. And maybe if there's anyone out there who does talk to the government, could we get parental controls put on mobile phones before, parents give them to the kids? They can set the parental controls for their access to the internet. That'd be fantastic if we could get that set up, because apparently it's actually already on all the phones. But never mind, the government don't know that, obviously, because they're trying to bring in this bullshit with restricting access to social media. So we obviously know that they're full of shit. All they'd have to do is put out a little checklist for parents. Here we go. Here's a bit of a checklist so you can set up your parental controls on your mobile phones before you hand them over to your kids. Oh, no. Oh, no. We need a digital ID for everyone to be able to do that. Yeah, right. Anyway, broadcasting from a stealth device. If you want to know how to set up a stealth device, maybe even just make a bit of a comment. If anyone does listen, just make a bit of a comment if you're not sure how to do it. But, just running off a USB, no hard drive in the machine, can't be tracked, no cookies and so forth, privacy browsers and, VPN set correctly, those sort of things. If anyone's interested, I'll do a more detailed video on how to set up a stealth device. And we'll find out in the next week or so how well it works. And then, of course, at the end of the month, they're going to be bringing in the logging into Google as well if you want to do internet searches. So we'll just see how that goes. But, there's lots of other ways to get around the internet than using Google. So, again, if anyone's not sure what to do, we might, I'll be broadcasting after they bring in these things and might be able to share some information with you. But in any case, I just want to make a point. The government actually don't have any authority over the people. Why? Because they breach their duty of care and they are unfit to govern. They all breach their duty of care, and all the major parties in Australia and these other countries as well, because they've imposed and tried to mandate medical experiments without proper informed consent. And I heard many people say, oh, yeah, not this law and not that law and so forth. Well, under international law, which Australia signed off on, which is the ICCPR, the International Civil Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. Australia is a signatory to that. It is a covenant. It is subject to international law. It's not like a declaration where you can opt in or opt out at any time. Not supposed to do medical experiments without proper informed consent. And the facts are that people were told that a particular medical intervention was safe and effective on a daily mantra. Were told that for more than 2 years while it was still being tested for safety and efficacy. So the government have lied. Now they have the proof that many people have been killed and maimed. Many thousands, probably millions more have actually been maimed by these mandated experiments. So anyway, government don't have any authority because they breach their duty of care. No legal process will accept authority of this government, except the corrupt judges, because we know that most of the judges are corrupt and we should be getting rid of them and set up people's courts, because these judges are obviously bent, and if they're not bent, they are turning a blind eye to the ones that they know who are corrupt. We know that the child trafficking goes all the way to the top. It was revealed by Senator Heffernan back in 2015, and nothing has been done about it. So there's no authority in this system. The government, the legal system have no authority over us. We need to, as human beings, set our own levels of what we consider as fair and just, and develop, bring in a peaceful society for everyone, because the governments in these Western countries, World Economic Forum controlled countries, they're bringing in a global communist agenda, elbows rolling it out, what you want and what you would like to have in your society. They do not care. They're bringing in a global form of communism. Well, they're going to try. If you don't do anything about it, well, you'll be living in communism soon. Show us your papers. Show us your ID before you can proceed. They're going to start all this nonsense. So, but they won't succeed. They're not going to succeed. Enough people are going to, band together, resist. Passive resistance. Gandhi taught us passive resistance. Martin Luther King also used that strategy and was successful. And we can be successful with passive resistance. Peaceful resistance is the only way you're going to have a real future in any of your countries. Peacefully, but passively resisting the tyranny of a global communism that they're trying to implement. Anyway, I'm going to continue broadcasting in coming weeks. And, if anyone responds, if you want to know how to do it with a stealth machine, we'll go through all those details. But otherwise, have a good day.